And with all of us expecting Asta to come out of this match just using his demon form, no, exactly, we found out Asta is not as broken as what we originally imagined, unless he's trying to hold back a little bit. But that doesn't really seem like to Asta's entire motif, because he's like, hey, no, we want to work together, you know, all this fucking friendship, you know, everything that Shonen Jump screams for, you know, friendship, justice, bullshit, you know, power, like joy, or, you know, all the fucking, everything that you need to make Captain Planet for the most part is added into the Shonen Jump, like, Jump. But we do finally know about his teammate and all that, and especially his name himself, and that is Zora. It feels weird that we've seen this guy for like maybe 2-3 months now and haven't actually really known his real name, and understanding a little bit more about his whole ordeal, and more a reason why he started to accept Asta a little bit. So it's maybe as well good to start from the top as well, since Zora was fucking pissed at this dude, because he's like, I know and all that, after blowing up every single one of their traps, you'll think of the new plan for us, we'll do it together, let us in, and it's like, we could have had that. You're a fucking idiot. We could have just had that and you just threw it away. And then, like, I'm surprised Zora just immediately said, fuck that. Why would you use your fucking overpowered form again? And he's just like, I need some time to recoup after using that technique once. And it's like, so if that's like true and all that, if Asta actually does, like, it does take some stamina away from him from using that form, but it does seem like he can use it like every time. And also as well, it seems like Asta could have done it if for the most part, but he was like, no, I don't want to use teamwork, friendship, all that shit and all that. He said, and basically he was like, I want to fight as a team, you piece of shit. I don't care if you use traps you set from yesterday. As let you, like, Mimosa and I join in, then let us do it and all that. And he's like, I want to work with other people and all that. I want to like with the people that I think are amazing, just so I can defeat people that I think are also fantastic as well. And when we see this backstory from Zora, and he's like, he's talking about, saying, you know, the Magic Knights are fantastic and all that, and it's like, you know, even knights aren't able to fight alone on their own, or like, you got to trust on people, like, you know, you need to do that. And clearly the fact that he's like, alright, let me at least give the kid like a piece of shit and all that, and he's like, I don't have a choice at this point and all that, because you like, and all that. I'm going to make use of you, you little turd. And like, he's already, you know already exactly and all that. My specialty is trap magic, and I have 3 versions and all that. I can make anyone bind it in like an entire pit, I can do a pitfall one, or I can do landmines. They're the simple things that I can do, and no matter which they're like, they all disappear after they've been tricked once. If we don't spend time infusing them, we've got a situation here. And for the most part, like, even where like we knew and all that, it's like, oh, so are they gonna work around this magic that they had? For the most part, like, they're gonna use Asta as well as like bait, and like, how is Mimosa gonna do that? And like, from what we even saw as well, like, you know, like, they understood that Mimosa was heading for the crystal, like, and also as well Zora was immediately heading, like, he was like already like placing his traps everywhere, and they used Asta as the bait for this, and it's like, hey, get me in here, guys, and all that. It's like, I need to have a little bit of an opening, and turns out, like, immediately Mimosa's like brother just caught on immediately saying, yeah, you got these traps everywhere. And the fact of the matter is, it's like, no, because you're a fucking idiot, as he was trying to like show like how beautiful your clones were and everything. It's like, no, they just ended up using the good old-fashioned, just, they built a trap. Like, they just used Mimosa's magic and just all their power just to open up like a natural trap, like, for the most part, making a pitfall. And it's like, you were so busy focusing on magic at this point and all that, it's like you didn't even notice like the lower spec kind of looking down below your own feet. And it's like Asta immediately uses as his chance and all that to get his 2 blades and just knock this guy straight out. And before he even has a chance to think, he's like, oh shit and all that, I've immediately got to deal with the anti-magic, and kind of blowing him away. Honestly, like, as much as like I don't care too much for Mimosa's brother, I kind of would like to see a little bit more like Magna, like, for the most part and all that. And he's saying, you know, like, we need to do something, like, as like Magna was just like loving every like situation about this and all that. He's saying like, how dare he does this, and he's just smiling. He's like, you've been practicing hard, man. I'm sure they'll be able to do something about that. I want to see him like going against Magna, because since we haven't seen that since like, what, like chapter 3? Like, we haven't seen that for like over 100 chapters, and I would have loved to see like these two go against each other again, like seeing like exactly how Magna can like counteract him. I feel that'd be something nice and all that, instead of like focusing a lot on this like dick one and all that. And like, even as well, like Soul, like, I know we've seen so little of her. I would feel like that's the problem, is like, I like Magna and Soul's team, I just never really cared for Mimosa's brother. But then again, his magic is powerful, but he just got completely blown over and all that. And the fact of the matter is that like, Zora is in his own way like getting slowly and slowly closer to Asta, and he's like, maybe this might be the guy after all this time, I feel. And like whether or not like with this friend and all that, who's like talking about, yeah, Magic Knight's are really amazing and all that, it clearly Zora has a reason not to trust them. So if this friend of his, or like, you know, this person that he looked up to, like got like attacked or like killed by them because like maybe he was a Magic Knight and they like betrayed him, could be happening something like along the line and all that from what we know so far. But it depends and all that, and it's kind of happy to finally call this guy something by name, because I always keep forgetting his fucking alias like Zax or whatever it is, and it's like, no, this dude is Zora, and we know understanding a little bit more of his traps, and whether or not Asta's like demon mode, like there's some limits to it. He can't just pull it every time. There isn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna lose myself most of the time. It's like, no, I may have the exhaustion, but I feel like Asta is kind of slightly bullshitting that for the most part. I feel like you can tell that he's not really exhausted, but then I think as well there is a limit to it. But I think Asta's bullshitting about it. He's like, no, I want to work with you guys. Like, I want to work with Mimosa, and the fact is like we practically didn't even see her for the entire chapter, so maybe next week and all that she's going to get some time. Maybe she's going to fight against Sol. That'll be kind of interesting, as she's the one that's actually going on point right now to attack, and like Asta's going for the members while like Mimosa seems to be the actual character going in for the crystal. So we'll have to wait and see and all that. But so far and all that, it was an alright chapter and all that. I think I definitely preferred last week's one for the most part. But then again and all that, we don't have to wait too long as well for the anime to come out as well and all that, so I'm very excited to see that. Let me know what you guys think though in the comments section down below, what you thought about this Black Clover chapter and all that. Overall and all that, pretty decent and all that. I feel like we're finally progressing a little bit of Zora, understanding him a little bit better, and also as well, pretty like decent fight so far. But then again, I haven't cared too much for Mimosa's brother, but I'm very much looking forward to if we do get this Magna like competition between Asta. I know there's a huge gap in there, but we haven't seen too much of Magna since that time and all that. He obviously did do a little bit of like training with Lux, so maybe you might see a little bit new side of Magna and see if he can actually, you know, deal some actual like problems and all that to Asta. He might be able to outwit him a little bit. Over me, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.